Welcome in, everybody, to the Heart to Heart Motorsports Arca series here at Texas. This is your host, Bobby Boy, with your co-host, J-Dog, in the booth. What's going on?
Not much. How's everybody doing out there this evening?
All right, everybody, we're geared up and ready to go. Week 4, Texas, for 100 laps tonight. This ought to be a great race.
It's definitely going to be a great race here at Fort Worth, Texas today here at Texas Motor Speedway. Glad to see everybody to come out here to enjoy this race tonight.
As our cars are now finishing up their qualifying run here, everybody, we're getting them all lined up and ready to go racing. Heart to Heart is brought to you in part by Bass Tire, everybody, CNL Carpets, Buchanan Resort, and Allen Tillery Buick GMC. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future races with Heart to Heart Motorsports. Races every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good Lord, look, I got that all confused and messed up and miscombobulated, but it's okay, y'all. It's going to be all right. Let's try that again. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, there we go. We're back in gear now. So, everybody, as the drivers get ready to finish up this qualifying here, let's take a minute for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road, next to the zoo.
All right, and we're back, everybody. Getting ready to gear up here and go racing, everybody, as everybody's lining up on pit road now. And this is going to be your starting lineup right here with Scott Cazenave is going to take that P1 spot against Austin Cornpost in that P2 spot on the outside lane, with Javier Zapta going to be in P3, with Zach Sandlin going to be P4. Bobby Joe Lane in that 02 in P5 against Rusty Robinson in P6. William Martin's going to take that P7 with Benny Jones on the outside lane in P8. It's going to be Alan Marr in P9 against Steve Harrison on that outside lane in P10. That's going to be Andrew Longmire in P11, everybody, against Greg Langford in the P12 spot. That's going to be Ryan Perone in P13 with Dan Colson in P14. Wayne Pruitt's going to take up that 15th spot against Bud Light Mike in P16 on the outside lane. And that's going to be our starting lineup, everybody, as we roll off.
Would like to take time and actually wish all the drivers good luck out here today, and then be safe.
Yeah, I ran a little bit of this car myself here, just tested it out. You know, I wanted to see how it felt for these drivers. They're going to have around that 50 lap fuel range here, Mark, tonight, everybody. The track temperature is 65 degrees. It's going to be some pretty close racing here. It's going to put on some good battling here and a lot of good fun going on here. So ready to see what's going to happen here, everybody, as we get ready to take the green flag.
I wonder what's going through these drivers' minds as they get ready to come around for the green flag. Race car's off. The famous words of NASCAR by Darrell Waltrip. Boogity boogity, boys, let's go racing in Texas.
Looks like we're going to have a great kickoff here, everybody. A lot of stuff going on here already for the night.
Around turn 3 now, we have an announcer front straightaway here on Tri-Oval. Let's see what happens here. Looking really good for that first lap.
Yes, sir. Scott Kazneg's going to get a little bit of good momentum there on that launch.
Really a battle between them, between second and third. Austin Corpo's coming right in second.
Javier's holding it really steady on that high line there. It's looking very good. I ran that high line a little bit myself, and it felt pretty good, you know. The question is, do you burn the tires up on the high side or the low side? You know, the low side usually that line where you can burn them up a little bit more. But if you drive it correctly and you don't overdrive it, you can definitely still conserve those tires.
You definitely can, as I think I saw somebody just bounce off the wall at turn 4. As they come around, Scott's showing it up pretty well in the front straightaway, going into 1. Back straightaway now. Scott is still holding a steady lead.
It's going to be Zach Sandlin there battling against William Martin here, and Alan Marr back here currently running back here in the 5th and 6th position.
Making 3 wide coming off the back. Also 2 and 3 back there in the back.
So we take a ride along here, guys, with a few of these guys and see what it's like going on around.
Tell you what, it is fun being inside one of these cars, especially going over almost 200 miles per hour.
Now riding here with Benny Jones back here looking to make some moves, save a little bit of that tire, and try to work his way up the field here later in the run. If you're listening in there, Dwayne, Debbie just wanted to say 14, she's cheering for you, and good luck. Thank you, Debbie, for watching. Hope everybody's having a great night, y'all. Please don't forget to subscribe, share out the live, show that love. Let's go, let's go.
Benny Jones there in the 20, everybody.
Scott Katzenave still going to be your leader here, holding a really good gap here around Javier here in that second place spot, and Austin Corporal currently running in third with Bobby Joe Lane in that fourth place spot. They're all very close to this leader still. They're not as far as it looks right now. They're just trying to conserve. You definitely don't want to burn it up too early, because it will drag you back here and pull you back towards the end of this field later in the run.
Yeah, Javier is only 0.65 seconds behind Scott. Holding off a good lead up there, pretty good there, Scott. Good job there, bud. We'll see what happens throughout the race. Scott now coming off the back straightaway.
Scott Katzenave currently running fourth place in points, you know, so this will definitely help him gain the points he needs to get up there and get where he needs to be in points. Bobby Joe Lane, everybody, currently running the fifth place spot, second in points here in the Heart to Heart Arca Series. He's putting on a good race here against Alan Marr right now. Just looking to keep some momentum and keep pushing through the rest of this race.
Bobby Joe at the best start.
Number 3, she says she loves you, Dad. She loves you, Dad. All right, Andrew's got some love out here in the chat as well. Let's go 31. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. And Scott Katzenave's going to be your leader still, everybody. Here, let's take a look at that 31 and see what he's doing right now. He's now currently battling Dan Collison on the outside lane, everybody. A big pack of cars back here. Definitely could help these guys out if they would just line up here a little bit, get eased in. We're all battling for points here, so let's get it, guys. Let's go racing.
Hopefully these drivers will actually have a good, even balance on these tires. We're up to like 16 laps in this race now, so they have a little wear on these tires. So let's see what happens. Let's see what's going to happen here, these guys.
My bad, Carter. My bad, Carter. Hope you're having a good night, brother. Much love. Andrew now looking at the outside of Benny Jones here. Benny Jones going to lose a little bit of momentum here. with him being able to get behind the 02 here. But the 02 is dropping low enough in the corner, being able to allow the 20 to get behind him and keep his pace.
There's some pretty good draft, and if they can get it squared on in the middle of these cars, they'd be able to draft. So that means they'd be able to push these cars the way they should, and hopefully not to wreck each other. Scott Castanet still holding a consistent lead by Javier by 0.37 seconds, coming off of turn 4 going into the trail.
Javier has looked really good this season as well, you know, for his first season here with Heart to Heart. He's currently running 12th in the season right now. He needs this. This definitely will put him up there on a higher ranking scale on that chart and get him more in that top 5 where he needs to be. Could definitely help.
I remember some of my previous seasons with Heart to Heart, and I started where he started at the real bottom of the standings, and moved my way up by actually practicing and taking my time on the track. And that's what everybody needs to do, is take their time and practice. Practice always makes perfect.
Scott definitely has some good speed here. Definitely is running very consistent here. Good lap times. He's finding very smooth here. The question is the tires going to hold on later in this run? That's going to be the question. Now as we got Dwayne Pruitt there looking at the inside of the 20 as well. Still a lot of battling going on back here in the back of this field. A lot of these cars bunched up together.
Look at that 3 wide coming off of turn 2 back there in the back. At least the guys are keeping it together.
Dan Collison now trying to peek his way around the 5 of Rusty Robinson.
He needs to watch his tail. Dwayne Pruitt's behind him, right there in the 14.
Sir, the 31 is definitely moving up. He's getting his way into that 7th place spot.
As Dwayne Pruitt now just past Benny Jones.
Benny Jones now going to look back into the inside there and try to make his way around. Here's Dwayne got a little bit free there coming out of that last corner.
Pretty good battle between those two guys right there coming off turn 2 going into the 3. Dwayne just now passed Benny Jones for the same spot in the top 10.
Ryan Perrone and William Martin back here doing the same thing, shuffling back and forth here, just looking to work together and stay with each other here.
There's always some good partnership out here on this track. You always got to learn how to conserve and work with your people out here on this track.
Got Bud Light Mike here in the 47 with Steve Harrison of the 1 on the outside. Just doing some side-by-side running here. Currently running back here in the 14th place right now of Bud Light Mike.
Just seen the 57 go down the pit road. I don't know what happened to his car. Is the green flag first off game really happened yet? It shouldn't be.
It does look like he came in for tires. I'm seeing him get his tires, so that must be the case. He must be pitting early. As the fuel window, everybody runs about 15 laps, everybody, on 15 laps. 50 laps in, you should be opening your pit window, everybody. That's when you should be getting ready to come in and get some fuel here. Around 50 laps in, it's probably not a bad idea to go in.
Then the 57 pit strategy to work. I've learned from the past not to pit early. Make sure you pit with the leader.
So Andrew now going to be one of the biggest movers of the race here. Currently in that 6th place spot. And he is gaining on Alan Moore in that 5th place spot. He has closed that gap just a little bit. Currently 5 minutes behind. But he can definitely make up that time as they lose those tires in that front of the pack.
Good battle between Albier and Scott right there for first and second place.
Austin has been looking really good here. Austin has held on to that 3rd place spot, and he has held a very consistent gap between 4th and 5th, and staying just 2 seconds behind the leader here, you know, so definitely putting on some good racing here.
He's 2.55 seconds behind Javier. If Austin and Bobby Joe work together, they should be able to catch up to Javier and Scott. Depending on tire wear. Because we're about 15 laps in and getting close to that pit window.
See Javier here in that 2nd place spot. He's running very consistent. He's not really trying to pass Scott, which is a good thing. He's not burning his tires up doing that. He's just staying there and running his line to help conserve and he's going to have to hope that he can hold out on pitting the same time Scott pits or within that window. There's still a lot of battle going on back in the back of this field behind Rusty Robinson here in that 7th place spot. We got Daniel Colson and Dwayne Pruitt here in that 8th and 9th spot, putting on a great battle back here with Benny Jones still right here behind him. These guys have been side by side the whole race. They have been putting it on back here in the back of this field tonight.
That's how you battle out here on this track.
Dwayne Pruitt, yes, has made some improvement there. He is now currently in that 8th place spot. With the battles going on back here, though, will he be able to hold on to it? There has been a lot going on here, you know. I'm kind of surprised. Still a lot of laps to go, a lot of things to happen. You never know what can happen here at Texas, especially when those tires start to get hot and get worn out.
As Dwayne now is trying to catch up to Rusty Robinson. There's like a 20-second gap between Rusty Robinson and Dwayne right now. As we right along with Dwayne.
Getting a really great push coming off of that corner. Some great speed there. Running some really good speed here. He definitely got a good run there around Rusty there, and they took the inside there. Only 0.7 away from Andrew, the car in front of him. He is gaining. He has definitely picked up the pace here.
I think I saw Dwayne get not Dwayne, but Daniel Costling get a little bit of loose off turn 2. Been an awesome race so far.
Now have the 0-2 of Lane now in that 3rd place spot. Austin's going to line up behind the 0-2 with Alan Marr in that 5th place spot. Good Lord, I'm tongue-tied tonight, J-Dog. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know. I'm sorry, everybody. We're going to get there, I promise you. Just negotiate. We'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure it out.
You got to get the cat out of your tongue there, Bobby. Bobby boy, you have to. Come on now. You be alright. Let's get back continue to this race. Bobby Joe still holding a consistent line between their Austin port post in the back. He started to come in right there on the inside though, going into the back straightaway. A good single file line between Bobby Joe and the 57.
It's definitely what they're going to need to keep in Momaine to keep up to the leaders. They're going to have to be able to gain to the leaders, and that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to stay in line, and they're going to have to help each other. It's definitely going to benefit them, but they're going to have to stay in line. That's if they battle, they're going to be like the back of that field back there, side by side racing. It's gonna take away from them.
Right, it's going to end up burning their tires up. I mean, that's the least thing you want to do. You actually want to stay in a single file line and hopefully be able to catch up to these leaders so you can be able to go pit here in the next 5 laps.
Lane just a little bit under 6 seconds away from 2nd place in Javier. So there's still there's not a big enough gap here to affect them and hurt them right now. They can definitely pick up that gap as the leaders lose that momentum a little bit.
I'm surprised has anybody came in for a green flag pit stop yet. I think I see 47. I think I see Mike just came out of the pit, so they should be happening right about now.
Yes, as the fuel window is open right now, we should start seeing cars come into pit here soon.
There's a good battle between Dwayne and Daniel Carlson right there. Good side-by-side racing. That's what you call racing there, people.
Rusty Robinson now looking at the inside of Andrew here and looking to see if he can make something happen.
Rusty Robinson now is right side by side with Andrew. Going into turn 3. Well, talk about green flag pit stops. Here they come.
Here comes your leaders onto pit road now. We're going to have Scott Cazenave come into the pit road. It looks like a lot of the front of this pack is now going to come in. Lane 02 is going to stay out an extra lap here so he can lead that lap. That would definitely help him, but he's going to want to go in that next go around so he doesn't get too far back.
Right. Pit road's getting busy, so let's see what happens. Bobby Joe should be getting that bonus lap now. He should be getting bonus points for leading that lap.
That's going to leave 3 cars that hasn't pit. No, 2 cars. Let's take that back. Lane 02 just went into pit road. He's now going to go in and get his fuel and tires for the night.
Now you just heard Benny coming over the radio saying he's getting ready to pit now too as well. So that should lead. Everybody now should be on that fresh tile and full gas cycle. As we're past that 2 bounce by halfway point now. Steve showing a good fight between their Bud Light Mike.
Going to cycle back around to Scott Cazenave being our race leader, with Javier still currently running that second place spot, with Austin Corpos going to get back into that P3 spot, running that same pit cycle. Definitely benefit these drivers in the front of this.
Now that right there is a regular pit cycle, you people. That's how you do it. That's NASCAR. Knock on wood, if we have a caution, Zach would be the first one to actually get a chance for the lucky dog. Javier looking pretty good in second place.
All right, everybody, as they just got done with the green flag pit stop, we're going to step away a minute and thank our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lane from Bass Tire.
Hi, I'm Steve Bass. We're here at the legendary Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Good tires and brakes are important on this race car, and so are the tires and brakes on your vehicle.
For the very best in tires, brakes, and auto service, come make a pit stop at Bass Tire.
Serving Nashville for over 35 years.
On Nolensville Road next to the zoo.
All right, and we're back, everybody, as we're riding along here with Scott Hazenave, our race leader, everybody, with only 3 seconds of a gap here to fill out that second place spot. We've got some good racing going on here. Yes, Heart to Heart Motorsports, racing for a cause here, bringing the world together one heart at a time. Let's roll, let's go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe and don't miss out on any future Heart to Heart races here every Sunday, everybody, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you come check us out. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button now, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's also not forget our sponsor, C&L Carpets, Greg Langford, one of our great drivers here and great series sponsors here. Thank you so much for everything you do, Greg. All right, everybody, let's go racing. We still got a few laps here to go, everybody. 39 laps to go. A lot of changes could be made. We'll see what happens.
Scott is looking pretty good out there now as he's getting ready to pass Bria Martin. And there he goes. Scott looking really smooth out here in Texas. Caution free so far in this race. And hopefully we'll keep it that way as Scott is still leading coming out of turn 4 going in a straight triangle.
Still got a huge battle going on back here in the back of this field. Andrew's currently leading the back of this field with in the 8th place spot against Dan Collison and Benny Jones. These guys are still hanging out back here and still battling it out back here.
That's the same 4 cars that actually began the same spots as when we began this race. They're at least showing a pretty good group, so hopefully they'll be able to keep up with the leaders.
Let's not forget about Dwayne Pruitt here, everybody, in that 14. He is one of the biggest movers of the race right now, currently in that 6th place spot, in a very good position with Bobby Joe Lane currently only 10 seconds ahead.
Greg Langford now is sitting there right behind Daniel Colton as Colton's trying to pass Greg Langford. Oh, Dwayne, my bad. Same color car. Dwayne's in the Bass Pro. pretty good battle between Vinny Jones and Ron Perone. Very nice view of Dan Colton's car in the 12.
Lane 02 now gaining into up to that fourth place spot against Alan Moore. Lane now on the inside, taking his way around the 9 there. Now going to be in the fourth place spot.
Bobby Joe Lane now is moving his way up to the field. Showing 10 cars in the lead lap. Scott Cassidy still holding a pretty good line.
Javier starting to close that gap back there. Not too far from Scott Cazenave as they got that lap car there as well. That lap car is going to be able to help Zach to pull towards Scott even closer here.
This right here would be a perfect time to actually get Javier to actually start using William Martin, try to catch up to Scott Cassidy to at least get the pole position from Scott.
Javier been a very good racer here with Heart to Heart. All the way from Puerto Rico, everybody. All the way from Puerto Rico racing with us here. Awesome to have these guys from all over the place. Like we have Robert, he's from Canada. We have people from all over the place, and it's just amazing to get to meet all these people when you're racing and doing this.
It's always good to meet a lot of people like that across the world, and that's what Heart to Heart is made for. Bring heart, one heart together, one heart at a time.
Now Javier going to make his way around the 2 there of Martin. Now going to look to gain on Scott as much as he can here and push to get this lead.
Scott does got a half a second away from Javier.
like we're going to have Zach coming back in and get some more tires here, everybody. Austin still currently running that third place spot. He has rocked that third place spot tonight. If he doesn't get this third place spot, then he didn't earn it, because he definitely rocked it tonight in this third place spot.
He's been holding a pretty good, consistent line back here in the back in third position. As Boston Cornpost is now getting ready to come into third.
Looking to make up a lot of points here. Oh, and he's going to get a little free off the corner, but he's able to hold on to it. Tires definitely playing a factor here now. You got 19 laps to go, and you're trying to push it a little bit harder than what you should. Austin in 14th place in the points now, looking to make his way up in the point standings here a little bit more, as he was able to miss a race early on, but now he's back and he's ready to go. Andrew back here in 8th right now, right here with Dwayne Pruitt in front. Close battle we got going for these guys. Anything can happen here between these two towards the end, so we'll keep an eye on them as well.
Bobby boy, what do you think about this race going on so far? It's been a pretty good race so far. It's been a green flag race, and it's great.
You couldn't ask for a cleaner race, you know. Definitely a lot of action early on in the race. They did spread out a little more than what I thought they would. I really thought it'd be a little closer racing there at the beginning. But, you know, it actually helped the cars probably gain a little more aero, and it definitely helped them save a little bit, so they was able to run a longer haul.
You think some of these drivers have still got a set of tires to be able to at least probably get a shootout at least? Like get 15 laps in? Maybe.
Very well possible. We're going to have Alan Marr now looking around. Bud Light Mike here in the 47, some of the slap traffic.
Now Lamar now is coming around 1 and 2, getting ready to go be on the back straightaway. He is getting close to start knocking on Bobby Joe's tour.
We're at 15 laps to go, everybody. Javier's just took the lead from Scott Kaz here, everybody. He has just took that lead position.
You know, it'd be pretty interesting if he can hold this consistently. We can actually get him to come in our booth tonight. We just got to see what happens. He's got like 13 laps to go. Scott now is going to look to the inside of Javier coming out of turn two, going back straightaway.
Carter said, "You got this, Scott. You got it, Carter. Let's get it. Tell him crank it up."
$11 to go. This next lap right here is really is when the race actually starts. Good to go.
Now side by side. Scott Kaz going to make a move on the outside and regain the lead position.
Great racing between these two guys. Great racing. Got Cassidy and Javier now going in turn 3.
Javier now back to the inside again.
Side by side, going to back straightaway.
Battling for the lead in lap traffic.
Side by side going into 4. Let's see what happens going into tri-oval. Seven to go.
For these guys to be in the middle of traffic here and to be doing this is great. This is outstanding work by both of them drivers.
Six to go. Scott now still holding a consistent lead behind Javier. Coming out of 2, going back straightaway.
Javier now back to the inside again of the 03. What a battle they got going, everybody.
Awesome battle between these two gentlemen right here. Out of 2, going in the back straightaway. We'll see what happens between them. Javier still trying to go in from the inside. Going into the tri-oval. We'll see what happens. Side by side going into 1. Great battle between these guys. Ron, you better watch your rearview mirror because the leaders are right behind you. Green, white checker, 3 to go. Still side by side going back straight away.
Let's not forget, Austin Cornpros is now catching the leaders here. Austin in that 3rd place spot is now gained on them from where they're battling side by side.
Austin just scraped the wall going into 4, coming out of 4, going on the back straightaway into the tri-oval. Still, Scott side by side gets Javier right now going into 2, coming in 2, going back straightaway.
Austin still gaining that gap though. With them battling, Austin is right there knocking.
Still got to lose going into 2. He's trying to wear those tires out. He's going right behind him. He is right behind Javier, coming in almost for final out. This where it counts. Here's the final out.
Austin now looking down low. Austin looking low.
Look at 3 wide coming out of the back straight away.
3 wide. Austin now is going to take the lead. Final lap of the race. 24 Javier looking to take that 2nd place spot in the inside as they're coming to the final corner.
My God, Austin's going to pull it out. Let's see. This is close. Austin got it! Austin got it! Austin got it! Congratulations, Austin! That was a close race, everybody. Good job.
Austin gonna get the win with Javier gonna take that second place spot with Scott gonna get third. And Bobby Joe Lane's gonna be in that fourth place spot with Alan Marr at your top 5. That was some phenomenal racing right there at the end. Let me tell you what.
Ooh, that got me excited. Man, that was a good race, guys.
Here's your race results, everybody, for tonight's race.
It stayed green the whole race.
You couldn't ask for a better race. You know, what a better, great finish, too. You know, what a great finish by these guys. As we'll get ready to watch Austin here burn it down.
Close race between y'all gentlemen. Close race. Go for it, Austin. This is your stage, buddy. Let it rip. Good, Austin. We got the picture.
Well, I was going to give him some time to burn it down. I don't know where the burnout's at. Where's he at with the burnout?
I don't know if he have any tires left after that.
Kind of wondering if he's got any fuel left. He did have Bud Light Mike pushing him there at the end. It is very well possible.
He might be running off with fumes, everybody. He probably got no gas in it and probably needs to be pushed.
All right, everybody. We're going to try to pull him in here and see if we can get a talk to us. All right? Let's see what we can do here. Austin, you got a copy? Hey, Austin, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you pulled it off there. These guys were battling it hard. You know, I'm guessing you're out of fuel there. We didn't get to see you do a burnout. But you know, you pulled it out, man. These guys were battling it so hard. It was you stayed in that third place spot almost the entire race, you know, and the fuel strategy worked and you was able to stay back in that position and just hold it consistent enough to where when them guys got to battling it up there, you was able to regain and make it right there on the last few laps, man, and win this thing. Good job.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to save tire as much as I could, and I think they had like a 7-second gap on me, and towards the end of the race, probably with 2 laps to go, I smacked the wall because I got loose, and Will was all out of line, and I don't know how I passed him on the inside, but it did, and right there at the finish line, I don't know if you watched the replay, but my car starts sputtering. I thought Javier was going to win it. I ran out of gas.
Y'all definitely put on a great race tonight. It was very good to see. Caution-free, you couldn't ask for a better one. Caution-free race was a great race.
Yeah, dude. It was really good racing.
All right, would you like to give any shout-outs?
Yeah, first off to you and J-Dog for broadcast tonight. Y'all been doing a heck of a job in the booth. Alan Tillery, Buchanan Resorts, Bass Tire, C&L Carpets, Greg Langford, and everybody in this league. We've had some really good racing, and appreciate racing with you guys.
Yes, sir. It's always a pleasure, and we hope to see you in the booth again, and we hope you have an amazing night.
Thank you.
As we get ready to pull in Javier from Puerto Rico, everybody. Javier, new to the league here. He's going to grab his first P2 here.
Let's see.
Javier, you got a copy?
Copy.
Amazing racing from you tonight. You and Scott had a great battle there. Y'all were battling it out throughout the whole race. You know, y'all stayed close and you stayed consistent. And, I really thought you almost had it in the bag there, but that battling kind of got that third place car to be able to come up there and get a good run at the end. But you know what? You still pulled off a good P2. Almost had it in the bag because Austin ran out of gas. So awesome race, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is why we raced, right? It was a hell of a race. Hopefully, we put on a good show. I didn't even realize that we had third place close by. I was so focused on Scott and passing him. Him and I were just talking, and we were saving fuel to at some point because we were not going to make it. And yeah, about 10 laps to go, we both said, let's go for it. And I think we thought the same at the same time. And yeah, adrenaline's still pumping, man. So good race, good race.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Hope you're enjoying your racing so far. You got any shout outs?
Big shout out to Jenny, and yeah, just looking forward. A shout out to you guys. I mean, you guys do a great job with broadcasting, and yeah, looking forward to the next race.
Yes, sir. Well, we hope to catch you in the booth again, and we hope you have an amazing night.
Awesome. You too.
And that's going to bring us to P3, y'all, with Scott Cazenave, everybody. Scott Cazenave. What is going on, Kaz? You held it off, man. You were very consistent the whole race. You and Javier put on a great show them last few laps, but unfortunately it was going to allow Austin to be able to catch y'all and pass y'all right at the last few laps. But you held a good race. You pit strategy worked out well where you recycled back to that lead position after getting fuel and tires. How did the car feel?
Well, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Abrianne tonight. Thanks for watching. She's a good fan of all of ours. We want to give a good shout out to Abrianne. I hope you're listening. The car felt great, man. I had the car to beat. I had about a 3-second lead on him, and I was about a half a lap short of gas. So I started backing off and saving. I knew he was going to catch me, but I thought I had something there at the end. We was just door banging. It was a great race, great finish. It was great racing. My heart's pounding. It was awesome.
Awesome. Would you like to give any shout outs out?
Want to give a shout out to Abrianne again. Thanks for watching. Alan Tillery Chevrolet, Heart to Heart, all the guys here. Much love. This was a great race. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir. As we hope to catch you in the booth as always, Scott. You're always one of the lead contenders here at Heart to Heart. We'll hope to see you again soon, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate y'all broadcasting.
Thank you very much. All right, everybody. That's going to be Scott Cazenave in that P3 position, everybody. That was such a great race, caution-free for a whole 100 laps there. You couldn't ask for a better battle at the end. Just want to thank you to everybody that's out there watching tonight, y'all. Please don't forget to subscribe, share out the lives, and show your support. Make sure you catch us next Sunday, everybody, with Heart to Heart streams at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And J-Dog, you got any closing notes for us?
We will see you next Sunday at Watkins Glen.
All right, and that's it, y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you next week.